Good morning, Di Riddell from Confidence Beyond 50 and Your Voice Matters. This morning I want to talk to you about something that I think a lot of us don't do, and that is to honour ourselves for the effort, the time and the expertise that we pour into what we do. So I'd like to talk about writing a book. Now, many of you would be aware that my third book is about to come out. But in the last couple of days, I've been reflecting on the journey of writing, the journey of getting it out there, and the effort and energy that it takes to be involved. So let's look at my first book. My first book was called Beyond Abuse. Now, it was published in 2006, and that was when I was certainly going through some very deep personal development work. It wasn't all that long after my husband had passed away, and it was a real journey into self-development at a really deep level. It was really my journey of getting out of a big black hole and moving forward, and there was so much blood, sweat and tears went into this book. I don't believe that I ever took the time to stop and say, look what you've achieved. So many of you may be writing. Many of you may be in a position where you think, oh yeah, you say very blatantly when someone says, what have you done? You say, well, I wrote a book. I wrote a book, 4 words, but they don't really convey the meaning and the passion that goes into it. So book number 2 was 10 years later, and that was Beyond Abuse, updated. So it's a recovery guide for men and women in an era of me and all of us too. And this is an update on the original. It answers questions that I'd glossed over in the original book. And stuff happens to men as well as to women. So there's 4 men's stories and 4 women's stories in here. So this wasn't so much an emotional pull as a drawing in of extra experiences and broadening out to include other people in my story, particularly men's stories. And then we get to the point of where we're at now, which is speak out. Suppression to expression in 9 vital steps. Now this one came about through being in an authors expo, and then I joined a book club, and if there was anything I'd done that's really brilliant, this is it, because you were doing it as a group, you had support. The other 2 books I wrote as an individual, and writing can be very lonely, so it really meant so much to have that support. We have a weekly Zoom call, and that helped. Because in the process of writing this book, I had some big emotional things that happened last year, which set me back a bit. But it was the encouragement from the other girls that got me to the point of, whoa, here, this is my proof copy. But the text has now gone off and it's ready for printing. How exciting is that? So if you have done some writing, it doesn't have to be a book, it might even be a blog, it could be anything. Today, just for you, stop and acknowledge the time, the effort, your expertise that you poured into the writing, the creative part of the story. Because people love stories. And if your stories can touch one heart, and make someone say, I think she's talking to me. I've been there. I'll listen to her. You've done your job. So, congratulate yourselves. I'm congratulating myself today. Let's see what happens next. And if you would like to make contact with me, do it through my website, diriddell.com, or on Facebook through Your Voice Matters. So cheerio, have a wonderful day, and don't forget to congratulate you. Bye.